with UFC 296 reactions. With UFC 296 wrapping up, what are your thoughts on the card? Now, let's get into some reactions from the main event. Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell. Josh Emmett knocked Bryce Mitchell out with a vicious right hand in the first round. Here's some reactions from the MMA community. Ariel Helwani said, "Holy smokes, that's one of the most vicious KOs we've seen some time. Josh Emmett just unloaded on Bryce Mitchell. What a picture-perfect right. And Mitchell was convulsing afterwards. Damn." Megan Anderson tweeted, "Oh my goodness. Josh Emmett has next-level power. Hope Bryce is okay. That looked terrifying." Giga Chikadze said, "Wow, Josh. At UFC? Let's do it in February?" Aljo reacted by saying, "Holy that is scary. Hoping Bryce is okay after that shot." Chris Weidman tweeted, "That might be one of the worst KOs I've ever seen. I hope Bryce is okay." And said, "Freaking crazy power on that one. Love hearing Joe freak out about them letting Bryce stand up." Dylan Dennis tweeted, "My God, what a knockout." Merab Dvalishvili said, "Wow, I will never imagine this happen.
I want to get back to the title fight. Fighting these guys behind me, it's just high risk for not a whole lot of reward. It does nothing for me. It's just a risky fight. I want to fight someone that's going to get me back to that title fight. This is going to be my last run at a title fight. I think I have, a long career ahead of me, but realistically, I want to make a run at that title, and I want to be just 100% all in. And we've been working on a bunch of things, and I'm back to like my roots. What got me to the UFC? I've been, instead of just being so, specialize in different areas. I'm just trying to get back to what got me to the UFC, and I have this new this fire ignited under me. Volkanovski is, he was a pound for pound #1. He's still pound for pound top. Was he 2 or 3? He's such a good champion inside and outside of the octagon. I think him and I stylistically match up really well, and that would be a perfect storyline.
Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett defeated Tony Ferguson after taking him through all 3 rounds, but Paddy couldn't get a finish like he wanted. Here's what the community had to say. Alan Juban said, "Paddy's striking did look much improved." Cody Stamen tweeted, "I will fight Paddy at 155. WTF was that?" Rafael Dos Anjos said, "The hype is real." Sean Sheehan reacted saying, "I'll say it again. McGregor versus Pimblett is the fight to make." Aljamain Sterling said, "What a round. Paddy on fire, and Tony showing his grit and toughness." Ben Askren tweeted, "Man, Ferg went out in his shield. He's a warrior. That being said, probably time for him to retire." He followed up saying, "Paddy was a fun prospect, but his fighting is kinda meh." Jared Gordon tweeted, "Paddy fights like a sausage." Aaron Bronstetter said, "If that's the last time that we see Tony Ferguson, I hope that people remember how incredible he was in his prime. BJ Penn ended his career in the same way, and I feel like he still gets his due for how he performed during his best years." Ariel Helwani tweeted, "Paddy giving Ferguson props and respect afterwards. The right move. Very humble and gracious in victory. Says he blew his load in the first and was surprised Ferguson survived the onslaught."
It's nice to be back in the octagon after so long off, especially when you have a controversial decision win and everyone's on your back. It's nice to get back in the cage and win every single round. I've been watching him since I was like 16, so it's surreal to actually get in the cage and fight him, And I think I had him hurt the most other people have ever had him hurt, That first round, it shows what a tough motherfucker he is, man. I hit him with some punches in that first round, mate, and 9 out of 10 men, 99 out of 100 men quit there and don't continue fighting, and give the man his due. He kept coming at me for another 10 minutes. I had to just walk through him, and that's what I did. I just kept coming forward, putting hands on him, and as I say, I can't believe he got out of that first round, and the fact he got out of that first round made the second and third tougher for me, because in the second and third round, after I blew me load a little bit trying to finish him. I went at him and couldn't stop punching him, and then second and third round I was like, ooh, little bit tired here, little bit tired.
Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Stephen Thompson. Shavkat Rakhmonov submitted Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in round 2 with just 4 seconds left in the round. Here's how the community reacted to this fight. Derek Brunson said, "Stephen Thompson is one tough customer." Ben Askren tweeted, "Damn, tapped him with no hooks in." Alan Juban said, "Stephen fought really well though." Ariel Helwani reacted saying, "Shavkat remains undefeated as he submits Thompson with seconds left in the second. He's oh so close to a title shot now. 18-0 overall, 6-0 in the UFC. Never gone the distance. So impressive. Julian Marquez said, "Kids the truth." Megan Anderson tweeted, "Wow, Shavkat Rakhmonov is a real threat in a highly competitive division. Undefeated with 18 finishes is wild in today's MMA. Would love to see him fighting for the title soon." Max Holloway said, "How strong is Shavkat? Unreal." Chase Hooper said, "Blocking out the last 2 fights from my memory." Aljo tweeted saying, "Buzzer beater finish for Shavkat. Was pulling for my man Wonderboy, but Shavkat fought smart and did what he needed to do to win." Alexandre Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. Alexandre Pantoja defeated Brandon Royval by decision after 5 long, hard-fought rounds. Here's how the community reacted to this matchup. Movsar Evloev said, "Big congrats to my teammate Pantoja on successfully defending the title." Aaron Bronstetter tweeted, "Pantoja showed how high his level was tonight. Awesome performance against Royval to retain the title." Steffi Haynes said, "Royval put forth a Herculean effort and deserves his followers for that performance. Big fan of that guy." Aljamain Sterling said, "So much talent there these days. Mighty Mouse was so dominant, he made it look like there was no one worthy. Then he leaves and we see a huge uprise of talent. Tyra, Mokaev, Albazi, Moreno, Pantoja, Tagir, etc. And the unsigned prospect, Pumi Nakuda, 7-0. Some fans reacted to this fight saying, "He came out with great pace and had answers to everything Royval had. Happy for him to feed his family, don't get me wrong, but super boring to watch, to be honest. I slept through this fight, past my bedtime. Delete this division, please." Colby Covington versus Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards dominated Colby Covington after 5 rounds and secured the victory to retain the title. Here's how the community reacted. Megan Anderson said, "There's no way Colby thinks he won that fight." She followed up by saying, "Very one-sided fight for the champ until the last round. After almost a 2-year layoff, it was definitely clear that Colby had issues with timing and range. Definitely should not have been given a shot at the title." Michael Chandler tweeted, "If Colby's offense tonight was an accurate depiction of the US strength, we would have never gotten our independence from Britain, lost World War I, and got demoralized in World War II by a landslide. Colby, you suck." Ariel Helwani said, "Hang on, GTFO. Was that some kind of alternate universe? Jesus." 49-46 Edwards. He barely broke a sweat. Jesse Ronson said, "WTF is Colby doing? Ring rust? Coming in injured? Just not fighting like Colby, and Leon cruising to an easy win." Bilal Muhammad tweeted, "Colby landed 100 strikes, but 0 significant." Georgi Kokiashvili said, "Leon Edwards just played with Colby Covington like it was Colby's first ever sparring session with experienced guy." Ben Askren said, "And Colby gets up and acts like he didn't get his kicked for 4 rounds. Cody Stamen tweeted, "You talk all that and that's the title fight? Wow." Sean Sheehan said, "Maybe Colby was playing the character of a UFC title challenger." Henry Cejudo reacted saying, "You are nothing but a shtick." Stephanie Haynes said, "Terrible title fight. The only thing to celebrate is that Colby isn't the champ. Otherwise, it was caca." Top comments. We asked the community what they think of Colby Covington. This is what some of you guys had to say. They used to be my thoughts, but I've seen him get his jaw broken already. I don't want to see him at all. He is not the heel you want to watch get beat. I just don't want to watch him at all. Make me want to switch off. Was a fan of Colby for a long time and paid to watch him fight Robbie in Jersey. No longer a fan and won't ever pay for a card that he's on ever again. A lot of our dads, including mine, died in our teens and it hurt bad. To listen to a guy I liked joke about it like it's funny? Never again. I hope Leon knocks him the fuck out, although I won't be paying to watch it. Not a cent. There's a gimmick, and then there's a line you don't cross. There are ways to be a heel, and you don't have to attack people for losing their dad at 13 years of age. MMA saved Leon from a life of crime, but Colby literally hasn't learned anything good from martial arts. It was an opportunity for him to be a star without being a heel. He earned it by now. I had hoped that he would have his eyes open at this specific opportunity. He works too hard for the fame. If Colby was president, he would start wars with every single one of our allies.